Hello and welcome to Price Picks presents Dial C For Cricfit. It's the match between two greats of the IPL. It's Chennai Super Kings taking on the Mumbai Indians. It's going to be a big match here as we can look at the sides. It is filled with stars. You have MS Dhoni at one end, you have Rohit Sharma at the other. Two teams who have been performing consistently in the IPL and two teams who have also won the most number of titles. So again, it's going to be an interesting matchup. So before we start off discussing today's game, let's welcome our editor, Mikhail Vaswani. And here he is. Hello, Mikhail, sir.
Hi, Amay. Very good evening. Good evening to all joining us for Price Picks presents Dial C For Cricfit. What a match lined up here. I mean, Mumbai and blue and yellow is something that gives you the thrills, I'm sure.
Mumbai. Yeah, I mean, people call it the El Clasico. Like we have Barca and Real Madrid. It's for cricket fans. It is Mumbai versus Chennai here. So.
Oh, indeed. And just taking a look at both the sides. I mean, without going too far into our preview right now, on paper itself, both of them look so strong and so steady and so stable. And that's why, and these are the only two sides I can distinctly think of who've maintained their core very well. The core is intact for the longest period of time. Mumbai and Chennai. The rest of the teams have just included, excluded, brought in, thrown out. It's been a fruit salad.
Exactly. To all our viewers who are watching us live right now, we have posted a link in the comment section. Do hit that link and join us. And I can see Pranay is already here. I'll straight away get Pranay in as well. So, hello, Pranay.
Hi, Amay. Hi, Mikhail, sir.
Hi, Pranay. Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Pranay, all good? All good now? What's the scene with your side here?
I mean, we are used to it now. There's nothing new. They're repeating the same mistakes. So, I mean, it's just like a movie which you want to watch and fast forward, as Virendra Sehwag said.
I don't know which team you're talking about, but your description suggests you're speaking about KKR.
Definitely. I mean, KKR and SRS, two such sides which are surely out of the contention for playoffs.
I've not been a fan of their decisions in the middle in terms of their batting order. Anyways, we'll keep that discussion about KKR for another day. They have some, it's not been easy. Dinesh Karthik midway last season moved out of captaincy. Owen Morgan has come in. Now his captaincy has come under the scanner. But who's there to take it forward? Questions being raised upon the opening combination and the slow starts. At number 3, Rahul Tripathi is being wasted. It's been an absolute disaster for KKR. But let's go back to Mumbai and Chennai, gentlemen.
So looking at today's game, Mumbai have won the toss. They've elected to ball first, and they have made two changes here. Nathan Coulter-Nile is out. Jayant Yadav is out. Jayant Yadav, for obvious reasons, in the last match he was very expensive. And for today's game, they brought in the veteran of Mumbai cricket, Dhaval Kulkarni, and they've also brought in the Kiwi all-rounder Jimmy Neesham. Now, looking at the lineup here, Mikhail sir, are Mumbai Indians batting too deep in this match here, and bowling might just be a problem? How do you look at this side now?
When I always look at the depth in the bowling, I look at the top 5, and when I see Sharma, he's batsman, Quinton de Kock keeper, batsman, Pollard bowls, Hardik Pandya hardly bowls. Then you have Krunal Pandya, Jimmy Neesham, Chahar, Kulkarni. No, they are fine. They have no problem with their bowling. They bat long and strong, and I am truly delighted with Rahul Chahar. I feel he's one of the underrated cricketers in the IPL, along with 2-3 other names that I've seen, like a Rahul Tripathi, a Rahul Chahar, an Avesh Khan. All these names are not discussed as much as they should be discussed in the IPL. Another very good side, Neesham coming in for Coulter-Nile, very good. And more importantly, I'm happy that Dhaval Kulkarni has come. I've always found him a good new ball bowler. He's a skiddy customer, and he's worth a watch as well with the new ball.
Yeah, but looking at Jimmy Neesham now, have Mumbai included him just because Pollard and Pandya are not firing in this season? Because in the middle order, Mumbai Indians, it looks sort of bleak at the moment with no Ishan Kishan, Pollard and Pandya both not firing. Pranay, how do you look at the inclusion of Neesham in today's game?
Well, it's a good change, of course, see, Pollard and Pandya haven't been firing, but then Pollard in the last match where he got very few balls to face, he smashed some out of the park. And then if you remember the game against Sunrisers, in which he smashed Bhuvaneshwar for 2 sixes in the last 2 balls, and it was those 2 sixes that ultimately won the match for Mumbai Indians. So of course, Pollard just needs a little bit of the charge up, and then I think he can fire as well, the way he is known for.
Yeah. Mikhail sir, you spoke about Rahul Chahar. He has been the leading wicket taker in the middle overs in this season's IPL. He has been one key player who has been giving Mumbai Indians the breakthroughs in the middle order. Because if you look at Bumrah and Bolt, both have been giving a lot of runs in the starting few overs, not picking up a lot of wickets. So Rahul Chahar has come in handy for Mumbai Indians this season.
He's their trump card, I would say, in the bowling department. He's their trump card. His 4 overs are so tight and so crucial. I strongly believe Rahul Chahar is easily telling his captain that for all the faith you showed me so many years, I today am repaying all of that in the IPL, and thanks for giving me that confidence which I never saw in myself. Rahul Chahar, I saw his deliveries. He can extract turn, and that is the greatest sight for a leg spinner and a greatest sign as well for a leg spinner. And you spoke about Jimmy Neesham coming in. If the team management has to send a message, then they need to send Jimmy Neesham ahead of Pollard. But I feel Pollard has done a good job. Krunal Pandya has done a good job. Again, that's not a worry. Neesham will just add a lot of balance with bat and ball. Great addition in the side.
Yeah, we look at these two brothers here, Rahul Chahar and Deepak Chahar. These are cousin brothers. MS Dhoni highly, rates Deepak Chahar bowling at the start. Rahul Chahar has been backed by Rohit Sharma. So these brothers are causing a havoc in the IPL here, and we have seen them after a successful IPL stint. They have gone on to play for the nation as well. So a big role to be played by Rohit Sharma and Dhoni in their success here.
See, good point. And you need to ask when Pranay this question is any player who has the backing of the captain is a different player. Remember that. Yeah. And any player who does not have the backing of a captain is an indifferent player. We've got cases of such and stories. Pranay, what say? Under Dhoni, you had a set of spinners. Under Kohli, you have a different set of spinners. It's how much a captain trusts a spinner or a player on the side.
Exactly. Correct. I mean, one thing is that the captain's trust adds confidence in the players. It adds to the morale of the players, and that can somehow, encourage the bowlers that okay, our captain is giving faith on us even after we have had 1 or 2 off days. Still, he is giving faith, so we should deliver for the team. We should deliver for him, for whichever team we are playing for.
Yep. So we'll now look at the players to watch out for. But before we move into that, let's look at today's prize picks, over and under picks for today. Yeah, Mikhail, so you were saying something before we...
What's the over and under? That is an interesting concept that you played just now.
Yeah. So, we have gone with some interesting picks here. Both Pollard and Pandya not firing, so we have kept them in the under zone in this match.
And how much would be their scores? We'll have to log into prizepicks.com to find out what is their underscore category.
Exactly. So I think the score for today's match is 26 and 25. So we are predicting that they'll score less than that, and that's a huge call for someone like a Pollard and Pandya. But Mikhail sir and Pranay, looking at today's players to watch out for. I mean, we have been talking a lot about Quinton de Kock not firing, and until the last match, we were of the opinion that we should have Chris Lynn in the side, because Quinton de Kock, if you look at his figures here now, 117 runs in 5 games, 150. But those majority of the runs have come in the previous match. And Pranay, I remember discussing this with you as well, that de Kock wasn't looking de Kock, but finally in the last game he came out strong. Thoughts on de Kock, and should Chris Lynn be in the mix in the future as well?
Well, of course, Chris Lynn is the first go-to person in case de Kock misses out for whatsoever reason, and of course, in the last match, de Kock has found some form. So we will assume that, okay, de Kock will get a few more chances. And of course, the last IPL that he had, IPL 2020, he had given such wonderful performances. So on the back of those performances, I think De Kock is getting more and more chances right now.
Yeah. And on the other hand, Mikhail sir, we have Ruturaj Gaikwad. Should we talk more about him? I hope he has proved all of you wrong now. But
I never had a problem with him that he's proved me wrong, Ame. And secondly, should we all talk about him? I guess we will not talk. You can talk because you know his game in and out. But listen, it's very simple. Consistency is the name of the game. He is somebody that everybody looks up to in the Chennai Super Kings squad. But what really matters is if the captain has faith in him. And yes, the captain wants him. Remember, the worth of a thing is best known by the want of it. Dhoni wants him in the playing 11, so he's a worthy recipient of that honor in the playing 11 as well. And he's earned it through performances. So Rituraj Gaikwad, another underrated player. We are talking about Devdutt Padikkal, but we are not talking about Rituraj Gaikwad. I had seen a post somewhere, a meme somewhere, where they said that imagine these two opening the batting for India in the future. Devdutt Padikkal and Ruturaj Gaikwad. It'll be a grand sight. It'll be a very, very nice sight as well. Full marks to Ruturaj Gaikwad. I give him a 10 on 10.
yeah. So here's one observation I had about Ruturaj Gaikwad. Now, if you look at his score in the last match, 75 of 44 deliveries, just 12 fours in it, no sixes. All these runs have come with proper cricketing shots. He does not have a reverse sweep. He does not have a scoop. He does not have all those unorthodox shots we see from players like De Villiers these days. But without having all those, he has gone on to score at a strike rate of 170, Mikhail. So I mean that's impressive for someone who does not have that big of a range here.
I'll first allow Pranay to give his views on it, and then I'll give mine.
Yep.
Well, of course, see, I mean, on one end, maybe bowlers might be assuming that, okay, the kind of modern T20 everyone are playing, the batsman will go for unorthodox shots, but that is something Ruturaj Gaikwad isn't doing right now. And of course, I mean, in the last match, such wonderful shots he played. Like whenever the ball was just touching his bat, it was going for a four. Wherever he was hitting, it was going for a four. I mean, it was a wonderful display of batting that day.
Yeah, two things to it, Ame. That's a good point, Ame, as Pranay has made. Okay, you can he played well. It was one of those days where he was middling the ball well. But can he strike at a similar strike rate continually? No, that needs to be seen, which is not possible. And I would be very happy to see him improvise a little bit because this will just add a new dimension to his already existing game, which is very high on technique and basics. So now we know that he is a player suited for all formats after looking at this kind of a game where he played with a straight bat, minimum risk cricket. That's a great thing that we've seen. But what happens in T20 cricket, you may want to innovate at some point in time. That's simply because if Rahul Dravid also decided to do a few things towards the fag end of his international career, you'd want to believe that if Gaikwad as a player would want to evolve a little bit. But if he's comfortable getting the runs this way, whatever floats his boat, whatever suits him best.
Yep. So with this, we'll also take a look at the trump cards. And Mikhail sir, even though we had no discussion before the match, I've gone in with Rahul Chair. We are on the same boat for this pick here. Rahul Chair is a trump card. And on the other hand, you have Deepak Chair. So two brothers are the trump cards for today's game here. Pranay, talking about Deepak Chair now. I've made this point before as well. In the 5 T20s India played against England, he hardly got a game because of Bhuvneshwar Kumar. But now, Deepak Chair has come back so strong in this season. 6 matches, 8 wickets. We can give that, in one match he had 4 wickets, but then he has been bowling economically well. It's not that he has given away a lot of runs. Dhoni prefers bowling him out in the first 6 or 7 overs. And looking at Deepak Chair, a possibility for the T20 World Cup here going forward.
Well, I think that will depend on the form of other players also, because frankly, I don't see him as the first person to go for. Of course, Bhuvaneshwar is there and Bumrah is there. But then if one of them also misses out due to any injury concern, then I think Deepak Chair should be the go-to man. But then again, Kohli should use him in the power play, because not like in some way he wants. But then Kohli should, learn that, okay, his
Yeah.
predecessor has used him a lot in the power play, and that's the best way to go for him. So Kohli should keep
Yeah.
that in mind whenever he plays him.
Yep. And Mikhail, sir, you made this point that Rohit Sharma has been backing Rahul Chahar in this entire season, even in the previous seasons, and it has come out well for Mumbai Indians. I mean, two years back they made a call that they're going to let go Harbhajan Singh, Rahul Chahar or Anukul Roy. One of them is going to be a frontline spinner. It was a hard decision back then because you're letting go someone who has represented you for over 10 years, was your lead spinner for all those years, and then you suddenly decide to back Rahul Chahar, but now he has paid all those dividends here.
See, IPL is firstly business cricket, corporate cricket, league cricket. There's no mercy over here. If Saurav Ganguly can go unsold, then players can be relieved and released at the whims of anything. My only point is, if you remember in one of the IPLs, Mayank Markanday got the wicket of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. And overnight he became a sensation over there with the wrong one tapping him in front LBW. And everybody thought he was the future of Indian cricket spin bowling because he was drafted into the Indian side as well. He also played a T20 match.
Yeah.
Correct, if I'm not wrong. In all of this, Rahul Chahar was only a spectator. Anukul Roy came, Harbhajan Singh was there. So Rahul Chahar for the longest time has been a spectator. But kudos to the team management who kept him in the squad. They could have released him at any point in time. IPL is very unforgiving. It can release you. Sit. Okay, next IPL you're not with us. They must have seen something very special. Maybe his work ethics. Maybe his hard work. Something that they really, really liked about him, that they kept him. And today you see, we have a wonderful story to tell about Rahul Chahar and the Mumbai Indians.
Yeah. We'll welcome Sahil here. Hello, Sahil.
Hi, Mikhail. Hi, Amay. Hi, Pranay. Hope you guys are doing good.
Yep. Sahil, big game today. It's CSK versus Mumbai. Conflict of interest for you today?
No. I mean, as long as MS Dhoni is playing for CSK, I'll support CSK. So not really a conflict of interest. But yes, being a Mumbaiker, you want to support Mumbai Indians as well. But if I have to pick one, it will definitely be CSK. And today is the El Clasico of IPL. I mean, two big teams. It's like India, Pakistan, and generally MI has got better of CSK, I must admit. But let's see.
Yeah.
New game, new day. I'm not a big fan of statistics, so let's see what happens. And probably I think a good toss to lose for CSK. I think they have mastered the thing of defending big totals. So I think they'll be aiming around 180 to 190 on this pitch.
Yeah. So, Sahil, if you look at CSK of 2020 or just 6 months back and CSK of 2021, there has been a difference that we are noticing here. Last season, they were unsettled, not sure of what the playing 11 would be in every game. They would be making one or two changes. Batting order looked up and down. But this season, I think this is the second or third consecutive time that they have gone unchanged here. Looking at this side here, any changes you would have expected today in today's game, or same side for you?
No. I think I would have gone with the same squad, but I'm only concerned about the form of Shardul Thakur because this is in the last 6 matches except the game against Bangalore, he has always gone above 8.5 runs per over. So that is a bit of concern, and so death bowling is a bit of a concern for me. Otherwise, I think they are playing with a great aggressive approach, which the intent which was missing last time has been you see so many batsmen. I think we had that discussion on Ambaiti Raidu that he's not performing that well. But I told you, look at his strike rate. So everyone is scoring 20s and 30s and playing with a strike rate of above 130, 135. And that is what has been helping them in posting big totals or, chasing the huge totals. And, hats off to Faf du Plessis. The way he's been opening the batting, the confidence has rubbed on Rituraj Gaikwad as well. So I think, Faf du Plessis has played a major role in turning around the fortunes of CSK.
Yeah. I mean, is there any concern CSK have in this season? I don't recall any because in the last season there were plenty. This season they look settled, but now next season again we have the mega auctions here. So how would you go about this side here now?
You're talking about this season, right? Or for the
this season? Yeah. This season,
This season, like I said, I think the only concern I see is the death bowling because Shardul Thakur, if he bowls really well, then it's fine. Otherwise, death bowling is a concern, and I would want to see if when they don't get a good opening start, especially while chasing, they lose wickets. How does the middle order come up to the challenge? These are the two concerns which I have in mind for CSK, and one more concern: peaking too early. That is the only thing. Otherwise, I think they have all.
How about Dhoni's form? Dhoni's form? Is it a concern? Or we
Yeah,
don't, or we reached a stage where we don't discuss Dhoni and his form and all of it?
frankly speaking, Mikhail, I mean, yeah, it is a concern, but I think now he has been given a settled role by the management that even if you don't bat well, it's fine. We have our players around you. You just guide this team. And I think he has also realized that he's not the old Mahendra Singh Dhoni, which we all know. I mean, it would be great if he plays a few, 2, 3 knocks of 50 or 30, 35 each. But I won't have great expectations from him. He's just playing this squad like what Imran Khan did in the 1992 World Cup for Pakistan. With
But
due respect to Imran.
Sahil, are you comfortable Dhoni taking up this role for the next 2-3 years for Chennai?
See, I won't be. See, as a fan, I won't be that happy. I won't be that. But you have to, like, bolte na ki you have to be practical and accept certain facts. And MS Dhoni is the brand value of CSK. I'm telling you, Mikhail, there will be many people. Once MS Dhoni retires, they won't even look at CSK. With due respect to CSK, people are supporting mainly because of MS Dhoni. They're supporting CSK. So it is their brand value, which they also realize. So even if he plays like a mentor or by being a part of the playing 11 and all the 10 players perform around him, I think the CSK team management will be extremely happy. This is what I feel. But as a fan, I'll be most happy comes at number 4 or number 5 and plays a few match-winning knocks.
So, Sahil, would you retain MS Dhoni for the next season in the mega auctions, giving him 17 crores?
I don't know for what amount, but if they win this, I may take a chance for at least 2 more seasons, or at least 1 season.
Okay, big call, yeah. Pranay, would you retain Dhoni next season?
Frankly, no. But then I think I would like to, I would like to go for RTM for Dhoni, because I have this question to Mikhail sir, that currently MS Dhoni, when he was directly retained by CSK, he was retained at 15 crores. What would have been his price if he would have gone in the mega auction? Would it have been 15 or less or more?
Yeah. Pranay, Mikhail sir has left here. He has got some urgent work. So you would direct your question to Sahil here. That would be best.
Of course.
Yeah. I think maybe 20 crores or something. But you got talking about the previous mega auction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think any team would have picked him. I mean, at that time, he was at the peak of his form. Maybe 20 crores, you never know. I think he would be the highest auction player for sure.
Okay, so match is all set to begin. Sahil, okay, I'll just not throw this question at you. I mean, should I? Pranay,
today it's a dilemma for Sahil.
No, I'm not. I'm very clear. CSK for sure. Till MS Dhoni plays for CSK, I'm supporting CSK any day. Once he retires, I'm not supporting. I'm being very honest about it.
Okay, Pranay, today?
I will also go with CSK tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, CSK. And I don't know. Maybe CSK, maybe Mumbai. Okay, I'll go with Mumbai just to be against you guys today. Let's see what happens.
But
obviously, my
MI can definitely beat CSK. I mean, they have always got the better of CSK, and there is some psychological thing when MI plays against CSK. I don't know what, but I hope they get a good start. Rituraj also performs today, so your night is made. MI, now you got it. What I'm trying to say. I'll message you in personal, and I hope MS Dhoni gets a bat today and they score above 180.
Okay, score above 180. Pranay, what do you think will be the score in the first innings?
If the openers play through the power play, then I can expect it around 195.
Yeah, 195. Okay, so 180, 195 is the benchmark we have set on our show here. Thank you, Sahil and Pranay, for joining us. We will log off now. Match is all set to begin in 5 seconds. Faf du Plessis, Ruturaj Gaikwad are opening the batting for CSK. And before we go, we would like you to visit the Price Picks website. Sign up now and we'll match your deposit of $100. Use the code Cricfit and avail this offer. They have a very interesting concept, the over and under concept. There is an over score and there's an underscore. So for every player, the system would set an over and underscore, and you have to pick players based on that score. So if you think a particular player would score over that score, then you would select players under the over category and vice versa for the under category. So it's a very different and interesting concept. Request you all to visit Price Picks. And if you would like to play that game, do use our code Cricfit and avail the offer we have for you. And On the other hand, we have also
Sorry to interrupt you, Amai. A beautiful cover drive by Rituraj Gaikwad. First ball he faces. So
Yeah,
No,
क्या ही
second,
बोले?
not the first.
second delivery.
And वो भी 20
First
ball
ball
को
और
मारा है.
second ball में मारने में बहुत फर्क होता है.
ठीक है, second ball तो second ball मारा तो सही. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm extremely sorry, but
Yeah.
it was something which would be of your interest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So good to see Gaikwad off the mark here, and we'll be going off here now. Do join us on Telegram as well. Our Telegram ID is @Cricfit update. So go there, hit that link, and join us. So that is all for now. I'll see you guys next time.